Where are we going? North.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Therapeutic benefit in role-playing games. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, baby. Your presence requested in exchange for treasures.
Ripper.
Are we talking one treasure each?
Count that.
Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons on it's Saturday morning cartoons on the Deej Time Network, and we are in the middle of Billy Barbadook and the Magic Ghoul bus. Yes, and last we left, Robert Ghoulee was taking on his hangry demon form at the sight of Annaskell shoveling raisins down her mouth. And the maid was just kind of standing there, and she's still got pockets full of food, despite Annaskell stealing a bunch of raisins.
So I'm gonna like fully shift, and I'm just gonna yell out "hungry," and I'm gonna become like a giant mouth, like like I've got my full-on body, but I'm just gonna be a giant like mouth and eat all of her food and swallow it.
So you're gonna scream "hungry," and she turns and sees the mouth, and she just starts throwing from her pockets everything that she had at you.
Into the mouth.
Into the mouth, and starts trying to flee.
Oh gosh,
so,
students!
I'm gonna chase after her because I'm
She just fed you, yeah.
Yeah, so I want more
Running,
food.
she's prey now.
Yeah, so I want more food. So I'm just yelling, still yelling "hungry," and my face is gonna just go all the way back, and then like
Robert!
my tongue is gonna go out, and I'm gonna go and then just start running after her.
All right, students, give chase after Robert and the maid. Bring your spectrometers. We need to measure the level of spectral activity.
Dog, though.
Well, maybe we'll see him along the way.
Yeah. So another chase scene breaks out in the middle of the street, where this time now the maid of the mayor. So the mayor got blasted into dust. Now the mayor's maid is fleeing the mansion by a demon with a giant mouth and the tongue just flailing through the air, screaming "hungry," as well as the rest of the students holding these gadgets that nobody's ever seen before to take measurements, but they still are just, they could very easily be some weird guns, like whatever destroyed the mayor. So once more, the residents all curl in fear at the sight of the Magic Ghoul Bus's students charging through the streets. So
Nothing to see here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to somehow get the students to think like sheepdogs, right? Like they kind of like able to like pin the sheep and I'm gonna corral the maid back to the house so that she's fleeing through the house so we can take our measurements.
Okay, so I think that what we could do here is this is where like the qualities come in, and you could check off either educator, good-spirited man, because like I relate that to you being like their dad, as well as because it's kind of like a weird relationship where they're like like you raise them personally, but you're still like this kind of weird standoff. It's like eccentric scientist. But anyway, either way, you could make a check mark on those qualities, and that will grant you a bonus of +2, I believe. Let me double check. We'll cut this out.
No, people love dead air.
You love it.
Here it is. Yeah, it's 2. It's 2. Just confirmed it. You add 2 to the roll. In addition to, whatever else you may want to use. So you have your traits, moral lessons, it's science as their teacher, as your bonus. I think either of those would apply.
Yeah, I think either it's science or a tech wizard, or I can maybe ask the Magic Ghoul bus to shoot like a spectral net over her. What you guys thinking?
I kind of like the net idea.
All right, so you say the Magic Ghoul bus, like, let's go ahead and take care of that. And this net just blasts out, and it's a large net, and it lands on top of both Robert Ghoulee and the maid.
So they're under the net together?
Now they're under the net together, yeah.
So what does Robert do to the maid?
I'm gonna start chomping through the net. Like, I don't know if that's possible. If there's like a super powerful thing that it like prevents me from moving, then that's one thing. But
I'd say that your hangry demon form, you would be able to eat through the net.
so I'm just like, while yelling hungry still, because I've lost all form of any kind of communication. So
yeah, so you devoured the net. The maid is on her back though, as the net like took you both down, and you're just like chomping like right next to her, like hungry, and you're now eating a net. And the rest of the team catches up and is around you, and you start to feel your hunger
subsiding.
Yes, it's subsiding.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do one of those like slow-mo shifts back. So I'm just like, hungry. Oh my, what happened here?
And then this is like where they have like the Snickers commercial. You're just not yourself when you're hungry.
Grab a Snickers.
Oh, did I do all this?
Yeah, Robert Ghoulee. It'll be like a specialized like Robert Ghoulee commercial for the kids.
And yes, you did do all of this, Robert.
Whoopsie.
Annaskell does not look pleased.
I can't be faulted for the things I do when I'm hungry.
You just hear like from the back of the Ghoul Buzz Z. Just like randomly that like hadn't interjected this whole time.
Now, Miss Deed, could you please stop with these distractions and please show us where you saw the demon dog?
I think I just saw one.
No, that was our demon. We brought this one.
Yes, his name is Robert.
Yes.
Oh,
Please
Robert.
forgive him. Did you know that caterpillars have 12 eyes?
I didn't.
Well, now you do.
Sorry, Misty. Do you like my nails? I did them myself.
So she's extremely afraid of
Robert, I didn't know you did nails.
I do. We should have a nail party sometime.
Manicure!
And you see his nails are the most perfect. It's like the sparkles.
Oh, Robert.
Yeah, she starts crawling away, and then gets to her feet. Now that she's made a little bit of distance between herself and Robert, she's like, "All right, well, the demon dog was this way." And she starts walking over. You get around there, and you all have your spectrometers out, and you start scanning the area.
Which, by the way, are for measuring phantasmagoric presences like plasma and disruptions in electrospectrums.
Yes. So you all of them start, like screeching. They're like all of your spectrometers are going off at max capacity for the area for the presence of plasmic ooze,
Billy,
which is
I
invisible to the untrained eye. But
think these things are either broken or we're screwed.
Does it give us
Maybe
like
both.
Does it give us a direction that like it's coming from, or just it detects it in the area?
Yeah, it gives a direction. It should create like sort of like a little heat map on its display.
So I'm like seeing this. I'm gonna almost get a little excited, and because like things are happening, and I'm gonna start walking in the direction of like this, and see like where it leads me.
okay, so you begin following the path before you that's been laid out, and it starts taking you to the outskirts of town, and you see that it actually goes out into past the farmlands to forest area.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We could have a quick little montage of us walking.
I like the idea of like a montage through the woods with some spooky music and
Yeah, I was
encountering different things. There's like a gag where someone thinks they've encountered a ghost, but it's really just like someone sneaking up on them.
You start going, there's like a random hallway where you're going in one door, coming out another, and you're chasing after this ghost. Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah.
There's like a group of people who look just like us, but just different names. And they just turn around.
Yeah. All right, so you make it into the woods, and you get to the end of the presence, and you see that there is a black dog sleeping.
Wake up! No.
First spectrometers show that there is like any kind of like ectoplasm or disturbance in any energy fields around the dog, or is it just a dog with nothing discernible?
The dog has ectoplasmic residue all over it.
Ew.
Needs a bath.
Yeah. All right, class. We need to be very careful around the spectral hound. Now, does everyone have a weapon of choice on them?
I rip off my left arm.
My
Oh wait, no, I
weapon-
have a scythe. I have a scythe. Never mind.
I have
You're like a super powerful scythe.
I have like the left arm.
I just go, ta-da!
Yo, Billy,
Jazz
my
hands.
weapon is knowledge. Did you know butterflies taste with their feet?
I did. Remember who's the teacher here, Sam. But I'm very proud of you. +2 on your next quiz.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess we'll slowly tiptoe up to this quote-unquote spectral hound. That's what I'm calling it. I'm very, by the way, Billy Barbadook is very confident in his assertions. He just like starts calling things out, even though it's like he's making hypotheses about the environment here. But yeah, tiptoes slowly up to the hound and then takes out what looks like a long, like almost like like a school pointer. Like, you know, like the metal pointers that like extend out and like using them on the blackboards. Yeah, he takes one of those out and he hits a button and it's got like a little zapper on the end. So he just goes up and he quickly like zaps the rear of the dog quickly to get its attention.
All right, so you do that. It leaps up and it starts running in circles.
Boss, net.
It begins like shaking in place, and you see, with your spectrometer, you can see that like all of the plasm is just shooting off of it, and that it's just like a regular dog that was soaked in it.
So Annaskell's gonna run over to the dog and be like, "Hey, no, he's just." I'm assuming he's just a dog. He's just a dog.
Robert, can you get samples of the ooze?
Yes. So I start like gently collecting things. And then I ask, can this be our class pet?
The dog or the ooze?
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
Why not Zoidberg?
So I've collected it, I've cataloged it and handed it over.
Yes, and take it to the bus for further analysis.
Alright, so I'll go do that.
So
Isn't the bus like a good like?
Oh yeah, I was just
hour
gonna
away?
ask, did it follow us or is it like on the other side?
I would
Just
expect the bus to follow us.
Yeah,
Some
so
capacity.
So you just went to go take the sample back to the bus where you previously thought it was, and then the bus frightens you by startling you from behind. It just like it snuck up behind you.
Does it go like?
Yeah. Everyone else starts like watching like as it's happening. Oh my!
Ooh, you gave me quite a fright, Ghoul bus. Living up to your name.
The Ghoul bus then like holds out like one of its bat wings as if you're like gonna just hand over the sample to it rather than like take it on board.
I go, and, I put it on. I get on the bus, put it on.
So you get in the bus, put it,
Yeah.
insert it into this.
The bus should look offended.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The eyebrows are like very clearly like shift to like.
How big is the Ghoul bus? Is it a short bus or is it a regular sized school bus kind of thing?
It is all sizes bus as it transforms. So at the moment it was like a short bus while it was being sneaky and stealthing up behind you, and then once it startled you, it grew larger. So you bring it on board and you do like run it through like the analysis machine, and it is in fact like confirming that there's like spectral. This is like spectral ooze that you were the scanners are working properly, and that this great a quantity of it clearly demonstrates the presence of at least one malicious entity.
So I take that info and report it back to everyone. Does it? What else does it say? Does it say like, does it like with the plasm have like some sort of fingerprint type indicator on it? Obviously not a fingerprint, but something similar.
Oh, like the type of ghost it might be?
Yeah, maybe some sort of register that it would have.
So you can rule out banshees. You can rule out like specters, revenants. So any of the truly like evil death type specters, ghosts, spirits, you can rule out them.
Okay. So I report back to everyone that some sort of malevolent entity deposited this on the dog.
So, this being a cartoon, I'm just going to look at the dog and be like, do we have a sample of it still? The sample of that ectoplasm? Or is it still back on the bus?
You can have a sample. I mean, it was covered in it. So.
Okay. So yeah, actually, I even like looked off the ground or something, but whatever. Like, do you know where this came from? Do you know where this came from, boy?
So you like hold up ooze to its face.
Yeah. Do you know where this came from?
So it like sniffs the ooze and kind of just like looks at you.
It didn't come from me. Well, that was
This time,
tried.
right, Annaskell?
not this time.
Yeah, you basically are like this as a this like the dog just like doesn't have the ability to smell ghost plasm.
Okay,
That's the conclusion we come to.
fair enough. Yep.
Is Miss Deed still with us, or is she back at that mansion?
It's a matter of if you force her to come on.
I believe we would have. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, she's there.
We should, yeah.
I mean, she's the main reason we're here.
Interesting. So my current hypothesis is that whatever it is still back at the mansion.
The mansion is haunted, not the...
This won't look good for that mare.
Unless Miss Deed knows where the dog came from. Or
Does
where it might
did
have.
you recognize this dog?
I'm gonna ask the mayor if he recognizes this dog.
That's true. Yeah. So she now witnesses the steam version of the mayor for the first time and is like, what the? So she's quite frightened by that, and the mayor looks at the dog and says, no, I've never seen this dog before. And I mean that like around town either. This is like must be some stray.
Does the dog react to seeing Donna at all?
It doesn't know.
Next time on the Ghoul Bus.
Welcome to Demons and Dragons.